Yo, in this video, I'll be sharing a delicious recipe that makes crispy air fryer fried chicken that doesn't need any extra oil added to it. A couple weird ingredients, but it turns out pretty good, so if you guys end up liking this video, please consider subscribing. It helps us out a lot, and we'd really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Only going drumsticks here. I got like 7 drumsticks, and because, you know, they're like the favorite part of the chicken for everyone, right? If you can get your hands on some air-chilled chicken like these from Costco, for example, that would be optimal because the chicken skin gets crispy more easily and there's less water weight, so it has a better overall chicken taste. Sprinkle that chicken with some salt and black pepper, toss it to coat, and let it chill in the fridge for about an hour minimum. Next up, we're going to mix to combine 1/3 of a cup of buttermilk with a pinch of salt, a half teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half teaspoon of dry mustard. Set that into the fridge until we're ready to use it. So you know how sometimes you get to the end of your bag of snacks or chips and you're like finger pinching the last bits of it into your mouth, or you do one of these. Well, we're gonna be using those last bits to make this fried chicken. Using a food processor, get these bits nice and fine. I don't want no chunks of stuff in my fried chicken. You feel me? For 7 drumsticks, you're going to need about 2 cups total of crushed snack stuff. Potato chips, tortilla chips, anything that was originally crispy as a snack should work fine. The reason why this works well is mainly because the crispiness is already sort of built into the snack breading, right? And the snacks are already somewhat oily because they're usually cooked with oil. And they'll get even crispier in the air fryer, and no extra oil will be needed. You can see here that the snack breading is just barely sticking together because of the oil originating from the snacks, but if your stuff isn't sticking together like this, you might want to add a touch of vegetable oil when you're crushing your snacks. I think if you need to add a little bit of oil, it's worth it because it gives the first bite a more moist mouthfeel and the outside breading won't feel as dry. And if you don't have a food processor, you can just crush these snacks in a bag using your hands. And plus, sometimes I get to the end of a bag of chips and I'm like kind of over it, like it just sits in the pantry in the back because I got myself some new chips. It's a pretty nice way to not be wasteful. Another added benefit is that because we're not dealing with the raw flour or whatever, raw starches and stuff, you can taste this snack coating for seasoning to your desired level of saltiness before you coat the chicken with it. I didn't add any additional seasonings to my breading this time, but you can add some extra salt, black pepper, poultry seasoning, seasoning salt, whatever you want. Whatever makes you happy. Maybe the Colonel's 11 secret herbs and spices. After the chicken pieces are done marinating with the salt, drain off the excess liquid from the bottom of the bowl or container or whatever you're using and coat with all-purpose flour. About a half cup of flour worked for me. Set up a little dredging station by putting the buttermilk mixture we made earlier into a bowl. Have the plate of snack breading ready on a plate, and we're gonna put the chicken in the buttermilk, drip off the excess buttermilk, then into the breading. Press the breading onto the chicken on all sides, make it stick to that chicken nicely, let any excess breading fall off, and then set that onto a plate or tray and bread the rest of the pieces. And a little tip, when you're doing this type of breading process, keep one hand for the dry stuff and one hand for the wet stuff. It'll prevent the coating from sticking to your hands instead of the chicken, and cleanup will be a lot easier. Then put your breaded chicken pieces into your air fryer in a single layer, 400 degrees Fahrenheit or around 205 degrees Celsius, non-preheated, and cook until the outside of the chicken is crispy and the inside registers 160 degrees Fahrenheit or about 70 degrees Celsius. This can take anywhere from 18 to 25 minutes depending on your air fryer. You can flip them halfway through the cooking time or not, depends on how evenly your air fryer performs. I flipped some of mine during the halfway point, but the others were still pretty evenly cooked without flipping, so, you know, it's all up to you. After the chicken is looking good and registering at a safe temperature that won't kill you, 160 degrees Fahrenheit near the center of the chicken. Take the chicken out and let it rest for about 10 minutes to let the coating set. I know you want to get that juicy meat in your mouth, but the coating will fall off in big pieces if you don't let it cool down. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more air fryer recipes in the future. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to comment down below, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.